know what this is right here. Would there anybody be interested in having some of this? Okay, hold on a minute. So what do you guys think a good job in Midland, Texas would be? Okay, oil field?
About welding in the oil field.
Okay. What do you think, what would you say an average job in Midland, Texas? What do you think like somebody that works at the gas station makes an hour?
Probably like 12 bucks.
Huh?
12, 11 bucks.
Okay, maybe 12, 11 bucks. Does anybody here work? Where do you work?
Domino's.
Okay, what does Domino's pay?
Probably like 13 to those.
13 bucks an hour? Okay, what would you guess if you were out of high school, what was that number you would think you would need to make an hour? Okay, let's go with 20 bucks an hour. Do you know how much 20 bucks an hour a full-time job? 20 bucks an hour is how much a week? Okay, 20 bucks an hour and 1 week is $800, right? 40 hours. This is a 40-hour job. So most people work 40 hours. Some people work more than that. So if you're working 40 hours a week, that's a lot of hours. You're making 20 bucks. That's $800 a week. Anybody on math quiz here? What's 2 weeks? 800 plus 800. Okay, then you add a whole month. How much is that? 3,200, right? And then what do you have? What comes out of that check? Some taxes. So let's say you make right here this is $2,800 in cash right here. This is $2,800. Okay, I saw this on the internet. In Midland, the average rent is $1,450. That's a one-bedroom apartment in Midland. It costs $1,400, right? What else do you need if you're on your own? What else do you need? You need food. Let's go down. Let's go by the rent. What do you need to make an apartment run? Water. Okay, let's do that. Let's say water. Let's say electric. Okay, so electric. Anybody live in an apartment? Anybody know about how much their electric bill runs? Well, I live in a house and mine gets pretty high. But let's just say electric.
500, 600.
Let's just say 200. $200. Okay, let's say water is $100. What else do you need for that apartment? Sometimes you have gas, heat. Let's just say that's $100. Okay, what else do you need? Well, I'm talking about like what else do you need to run? Like if you didn't have nothing else to run that.
You need a car.
Well, we'll get to that. What do you need? Do you need cable? Do you need cable?
No.
Do you need Wi-Fi?
No. But
Okay,
you're probably going to get it.
But you're going to get it, right? Who has to have Wi-Fi? Okay, let's just say Wi-Fi. So I'm crazy because I have like my Wi-Fi and my stuff is like from AT&T is like $200. So I'm just going to say 100. Okay, what about you have everything you need: the rent, the electric, the water, the gas, the Wi-Fi. John, what else do you need for your house?
Renter's insurance.
So, no, a lot of people are not going to have renter's insurance because they're not going to have all kinds of money. But that's definitely, I have renter's in-house insurance. But okay, so you have your house pretty much taken care of. How are you gonna get around to your job? Okay, so you're gonna buy a car. What do you think a cheap car payment is?
$1,500.
$1,500 is like a nice. $1,500 is probably like a nice new truck.
That's a down payment.
Well, I'm saying like you see these Raptors and those trucks are probably like that. So what's let's say something like
200.
a new car payment. Let's just say a car payment is $400. Something like that. There you go. Let's say that's $400. Okay, $400. Insurance for the car. Let's just say $100. Okay, excuse my writing there. What else do you need? You got it. So you have
Gas.
rent, a gas for the car. Let's just say this, gas, $100. Okay, are you gonna have a cell phone? No, you don't need a cell phone. Okay. No cell phone in this, okay. What else you need? Are you gonna eat? You gonna cook, you're gonna eat out?
On the food.
So, how much, just say you're living by yourself, how much groceries would you need in 1 month?
Probably like 200.
Well, that's you. You're bigger than most of these folks. Ladies, how much food could you eat a month? Well, you could eat off 50. That'd be eating like ramen noodles and things like that. Let's just say food. Let's just say food 150. Okay, and we're not talking about, so these are the basics. What do you call the basics? Now just imagine if this amplified if you had a kid. If you had a kid, you were a single parent, and you had a kid, how this, like, it just goes this way.
So like the food includes my toilet paper,
Oh, we didn't even dry goods.
right? Includes my
Let's just
toilet
call that, I
paper,
call that dry goods. So you got your,
laundry detergent.
yeah, all that stuff. Let's just call that $100 for dry goods. Okay. So we're not getting it. These are the extras. So extras, yeah, entertainment, phone. What else does people like to spend money on? Eating out.
Hair,
Oh, hair, nails, haircuts.
hair, nails.
Okay. Grooming. If you have a dog, dog is expensive. If you have a pet, like I just took my dog yesterday to the groomer, and my wife usually does it, and my wife asked me to pick the dog up, and they said, that's $90. Like $90 for a dog haircut? We need to get some clippers. Okay, let's do this. So I need a volunteer that I'm going to give this $2,800 to. Anybody want to come up here? All right, here you go. Here's $2,800, right? Okay, here we go. Put out 14. That's a good job, making $20 an hour for rent. Pay the rent, put it on the table. Count it out. Okay, $1,450. Now put the electric bill money down. $200. Now put the water down, $100. Okay, now the gas $100, the Wi-Fi $100, now $400 for the car. Are you there? Are you up to the car? Okay, put $100 down for the insurance. Okay, now put, where are we at? We got now put $100 down for the gas. And now put $150 down for the food. Okay, and let's do the dry goods $100.
Hey Carl, at any point did you get sick or need any medicine?
That point. Okay, now we got extras. What do we have for extras? How much we have left? Got $150 left. So you work. This is what you got. This is what you got for anything else that comes up in the month. So that's a good job, right? So what happens? So now you're going to think about this. You got $150 in your pocket. You go ahead and sit down. So if you had $150 as a kid right now, could you make it just walking through the month with $150? Some people say no, that's not enough, but a lot of people would. If you didn't have to buy anything and you had $150 worth of cash, that'd be good. So here's the other things we're talking about. Like somebody likes to buy, you know, here you go, clothes. You got shoes. Yeah, coffee out. You have emergency. So you get what I'm going, you see what I'm going at? So if you got in a predicament, you know, if you got in a predicament and you had emergency, so what happens in that car, if a car gets a flat tire and you gotta buy a new tire, that $150 will get kind of slim, right? And then we're talking, you know, so how I said, if a pet magnifies that, and then also, what if you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Hopefully, hopefully a girlfriend, traditional, you know how that goes. But if you have a girlfriend ain't cheap, right? When you go to the movies, that's extra or whatever. I don't know how people do it nowadays, you know, like if you go on a date, does the girl pay half and you pay half, or the guy? I don't know how it goes. In the back in the day, the guy usually paid for stuff. But you guys see what I'm getting at? So you're walking in a restaurant here, and you see somebody working. You see somebody working at Rosa's, or I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, but these people might not be making $20 an hour, right? And what if all these extras came off? If you have kids, you're talking about school clothes, you're talking about all this stuff. So, to budget, this is kind of like a budget, because you want to know where your money's going, and you want to know, like, if I only got this $150, what's the most important thing? Clothes important to you? You know, what about if you started going to Goodwill? Anything wrong with that? Yeah. I mean, is there anything wrong with, like, instead of going to the mall, tell me like a good brand nowadays? Huh? Anybody know what's a good brand? Like Polo, Lacrosse, I don't know, those were things when I was a kid. What's a good brand now? There's Levi's. Okay, you guys see somebody got a Nike sweatshirt on, a couple people got that, somebody got a polo shirt. Okay, instead of that, you might be going to Target or TJ Maxx buying stuff. So you got to start thinking about that. So, your money. Everybody says that, you know, hey, money isn't everything, and which it is true, but there's people that need it just basically to get by, and it's better for us to understand it. So, you know, there's people that are struggling. You know what I mean? They are struggling because they cannot get themselves in a position to make more money. So you might be stuck. So just say if you're going, you know, you don't make it through school, you're in a whole other level. If you don't make it through school, high school, I mean, I don't know. We're kind of fortunate here because we have the oil field and all that, but I don't know if they take people that, you know, don't have any kind of a high school diploma or whatever, to make it to college, to make it a trade. You're young enough to start thinking about that. It's like, how am I going to live? Because I remember us talking before, and people said they don't plan on living with their parents when they're 20, 25, sleeping on their couch or living with their mom and dad. A lot of you guys are close enough where you need to start thinking about, what can I do to that you can have a better life, and not even thinking about your future family, how you are going to make it. So we have Jonah Smoot, and she's from the bank, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about this finance thing. This right here, this isn't real money. I don't know if it looks real, don't it?
No, there's no blue strip on the front.
Well, I mean, it's pretty good for play money, right? So you get the point.